We're here at Hillsborough River State Park at the suspension bridge, which is a big draw. As you can see behind us, there is a steady stream of people going across it all day.
It's popular and it's Saturday.
And we're going to review this park in Central Florida. So what do you think of Hillsborough River State Park so far?
Well, it feels like a Florida state park in a lot of ways. There's palmettos everywhere. There's live oaks, which are gorgeous. Hanging moss, very pretty. It's quiet. I'm not really fond of the dirt campsites.
Yeah.
But there's a river here too.
We appreciate the little pebbled ones like at Silver Springs or Grayton Beach State Park. Those have great sites. These tend to be a little bit more dirty.
There's a lot of sediment because there's lots of trees with leaves that fall.
There's not trash everywhere. I just mean like dirt.
Right.
So we probably need to get a rug for our rig or something. But
yeah, but then you have to clean the rug too.
Otherwise, I think the campsites are pretty good. Electric and water hookups. Bathrooms looked pretty good.
Lots of damage from the hurricane, so they're still working on that.
We had heard reports that all the trees were wiped out here, but that's not true. There's still a lot of trees and canopy, a lot of vegetation between the sites, so that's really nice to see that it isn't all wiped out. But we like it. I like this park. It's pretty good.
Very pretty.
Hillsborough River State Park is one of the Florida state parks that allows you to camp here, and we have taken advantage of that quite a few times. I think this is our 4th or 5th time here, 6th time, something like that. We have stayed in all of the loops now, and I think they're all about the same. I don't have a favorite.
Yeah, I don't have a favorite either.
There are 3 different loops here. One is right when you come into the camping area, and the other 2 are kind of a figure 8 that's further down the road a bit. All of them have showers and bathrooms. The showers are pretty decent and clean.
State park shower.
Yeah, Florida has pretty good amenities.
They do.
For that kind of stuff. There's a dump station here. The sites have power and water, but not sewer, so you will need to use that dump station. But the water pressure was fine. The water volume was fine for us. Electricity seems fine. 40, 50, 20. Sorry, 50, 30, 20 amp. And the sites are nicely spaced. I really like.
Very nicely spaced. Honestly, I think we kind of have it almost feels like a corner lot spot, but the neighbors across the street from us also have a very large spot, and we're on the inside part of the loop, so you would think that we would have a little bit less space, but there always seems to be a lot of space between the sites in the back and on the sides.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We're in site number 68, and I would come back to this site.
For sure.
There's plenty of room here, and plenty of room from the neighbors. We can't even see the people who are behind us. We're kind of hiding in the back of our site right now to record, and we can't see the neighbors that are that way, but we can see them that way.
That's a good point. Why are we on this side of the rig recording?
Well, there's a little bit of traffic on the road as people are coming in and out. I think there's people coming in for the night and people going out for dinner.
So it is the weekend, so it is Saturday. The state parks are often more busy, although day use area people don't come in this way. But there is a lot of activity, people driving out, coming in, bikes around, kids riding their bikes around, people walking their dogs, just going for a walk. It's very well used. Yes. Well used park. Yes.
So keep that in mind when you're trying to book reservations. If you want a longer stay here, you're going to have to book pretty early. Remember, residents get a 1-month jump on the rest of us. So it might be difficult to book this one. This is one of the closer parks. I can't think of another one that's closer than this to Tampa. So it's on the Tampa side.
It's a little more popular, especially when there's an RV show happening soon.
Yeah,
a lot of people like to stay here.
And that's what we did last year. We stayed here and then drove into the Tampa RV show. So that's going to be a very busy week.
But remember, it might be harder to book 2 weeks at a time. We just talked to some neighbors that they're staying here for 2 weeks. So if you just think about, okay, if I can move every week or I can move every 3 or 4 days within the park, you're going to have a much better chance of getting a reservation in a Florida state park during the high volume use, which is,
I would say December 15th to February 15th-ish.
a lot of snowbirds
January,
want to be
February.
here because it's pretty perfect temperatures to
Yeah.
do almost anything here right
We're
now.
sitting out here in shorts and t-shirt. It's January 10th in 2026, and the weather is beautiful.
We love it here in the winter.
This park, like I said, has good amenities. There aren't a lot of activities here.
Oh, come
So
on.
you're going to
Yes,
have
there
to,
are.
okay, you're going to say picnicking and bird watching.
Well, you can't whitewater raft anymore.
Right. You can no longer go in the water. You can kayak on it or canoe on it. They do rent bicycles and kayaks and canoes at the park itself. It's, I thought, a little pricey compared to some of the other parks we've been
A
to.
little bit. $30 for 2 hours
For
one.
a single kayak.
Yes.
And $40 for a double kayak.
We've definitely seen it cheaper in many other places.
Yeah,
I
I'm
do
thinking
love
like Rainbow Springs is probably a better
experience.
ride. Yeah.
But I do love too how they have a bike lane on the main drive around, the main loop. So that's very nice. It's very bike friendly for sure.
Yeah, coming into this park, it's a little bit different, I think, than we've seen. You come in past the ranger station to get your pass for the day. And if you're camping, you don't need a pass, but you will pay if you don't have a state park pass and you're not camping here. And then you come to a one-way, you have to take a right, and it's just a big loop. And there are 4 or 5 parking lots. I think there's 5 parking lots. Parking lots 3 and 4 are the ones at the suspension bridge and the kayak rentals, the bike rentals. Those are really big, especially parking lot number 3 is a really big parking lot, and you can get to all the stuff. Parking lot 2 is for the rapids. And if you miss this, if you want to go to the rapids and you miss parking lot number 2, and there are signs, so you're not likely to miss it, but you have to go all the way around the loop to get back
But
to
it's
it.
not a really, really big loop.
No, but it is kind of interesting. So you'll pass all those 4 parking lots, and then you'll come to the campground entrance, and all of the sites are within that.
Would you say it's a 2-mile loop?
It might be 2 miles around,
Maybe
yeah.
2.5 miles.
And so the bike trail that she's talking about, or the bike lane, is on that big loop. So you will have cars passing you all the time because it's a busy park. But there is a, I don't know, 2 or 3 foot wide marked bike lane on that loop.
Now we do need to look up, and I don't know that we did that, if there are any trails that you can take your bikes on. Because when we went to the area where the suspension bridge is, we had to get off. It said
Pedestrians only.
pedestrian traffic only.
Yep. So I think those trails are all hiking only. And
But they
like
do
we
have bike racks, so you can lock your bike up on the bike racks that they provide all through the park.
Yep. And like we said, some of those trails are still closed for damage. Hopefully they'll keep working on them and open them up sometime in the future. Last time we were here, there were some sites that were closed due to damage, but I think biking around this time, we haven't seen any that were closed.
No campsites closed.
So they've got them all
Correct.
open. It's just a very busy park. Trying to get reservations here. Very popular.
The last 3 years we've been here since the hurricane, maybe it's been 4 years, there's many picnic tables also that are roped off because they need to be fixed. As well as there is they call it a trail or a loop, exercise trail, where they have along the big loop within the park, there's all these different stops that you can stop and do different exercises that somebody had created.
Never seen anybody on them.
I've been on them. But there's a couple of those that have been damaged, and those are closed off. There's many picnic tables that are wrapped off, that are closed, not to be able to use. And there's one really big pavilion that's also closed off, and the whole corner of it just got, I don't know if it was a tree that landed
Looks
on
like
it,
a tree hit the corner.
but that whole pavilion's been closed off. But all the rest of the pavilions are now open.
Yep, great. We saw a lot of people out there picnicking today. A lot of families, little kids. There's
And
a
hiking.
playground Yeah, hiking over to the suspension bridge.
Really nice playground, really big. There's actually 2 really big playgrounds, one by the kayak rentals and one right by at the base of the suspension bridge.
Yep, and we'll tell you all about hiking on the trails next.
People,
We're here in January 2026, and there are some trails that are still closed from the storm that was here a few years ago. They seem to be making very slow progress on opening these up, but there is some progress being made, so that's good. We love hiking on these trails. They're mostly, as you can see behind us, in this palm and live oak cover, and a dirt trail.
well, it's sandy trail.
Okay.
It's much nicer than dirt. It's sand.
It's sand, but it's packed. It's not like you're walking at the beach.
No,
It's a great trail. There's the Baynard Trail that we're on right now, and the Seminole Trail, which is still closed. There are also some trails over by the rapids and some other areas. It's just a beautiful walk in the woods, although you do have to watch out for the bears and the deer and the snakes and the panthers and the spiders.
And the lizards.
But aside from that,
Or if you step on a twig and you think it's a snake crawling up your leg, and it's not, that scary too.
great trails.
I just love walking on these trails. I just heard a blue-gray gnatcatcher, a chickadee, and I don't know what else. These trails are pretty awesome. They're nice and soft. You wouldn't really be able to bring a wheelchair on these, but because there's some roots and things. And most people, if they have little kids, they have them in a little front carrier or backpack. I just love the foliage, the undergrowth, the canopy. I love it here.
All right, what are our summary thoughts of this park?
Our summary thoughts? It's not summer, honey. It's
Okay.
winter.
Our wintry thoughts of this park. I think it's pretty good. It was $77.07 to stay here for 2 nights. So that's like,
Including the registration fee, online fee.
yeah, so that's a bit under $40 a night, but that includes spreading the cost of the booking fee across 2 nights.
Which most people are going to do.
Right.
Because most people don't travel like us, where we get a night here, a night there, in order to get last minute spots and then move around. So when we do that, we incur
Yeah.
a fee every time. So
Plus
most
we're
people,
non-residents, yeah,
Yeah.
so it's a little bit more. I still think it's worth it.
Oh, yeah, I think
This
so.
is a great park. It's close to Tampa. If you have family in the Tampa area, this is the park you're going to probably stay at.
Yeah.
There's not a ton to do here, given that you can't go in the water.
You can go swim with the alligator over there.
We're down here at the canoe launch and the kayak launch, and there's an alligator down there.
Things to do here. So what is there to do here? Picnicking,
Bird watching.
bird watching for sure.
There is at the parking lot number 3. There is a big area that has a whole bunch of picnic tables surrounding a playground in the middle.
Very big area,
We
very big
saw
playground.
Lots of families there, lots of kids there today playing on it.
Some updates that need to be taken care of.
Yep.
Things that are roped off that you can't use, which has been the case for a few years now.
Right.
they are-
that's not going to really impact you over there.
Is a huge area, and even on a
Right.
Saturday in a peak season in Florida, not counting summer,
Right.
it was pretty busy and everybody had a spot.
Yeah, it was pretty good. There's hiking trails, no biking trails that we know of. You can rent kayaks, but you can't go swimming in the water. So that's about your activity options.
You wouldn't want to go swimming. No.
No, the alligators are nice.
They are, I suppose, but yeah, you wouldn't want to go swimming. Plus, the water is really like, it's like a pond, really, so there's a lot of lily pads, there's a lot of
slow-moving water,
vegetation,
yeah.
slow moving water, so it's not a spring that's really fresh and clear.
So there's a playground here, there's kayaking and canoeing on the river, there is biking around. The campground is great for the biking. So if you're bringing kids, bring bikes or scooters or something, because each of the 3 campground areas are loops, and they can scooter on the road that goes around the loop and stuff like that. We saw lots of kids doing that today.
But take note, the roads haven't been done in a while. There's definitely been a lot of erosion, I suppose. So there's a lot of, you really need to be paying attention if you're riding your bike that you don't hit a pothole or a big dip where the asphalt is a big, dip into the sand.
It's all fun. Kids will figure it out.
Yep, I wouldn't have fun if I fell, so.
Aside from that, there's no like playground or area in the campgrounds themselves. You're going to have to go out to the loop road, which you could walk to from the campground.
But
there's a shortcut.
Also, there are lots of big open areas at the park, the day use areas, and in the campground where you can set up your badminton net, you can play a little bit of soccer, I suppose, cornhole. So there's all those things that you can do. There's lots of space to do that here.
Yep, just no swimming activities. Other than that, I think it's a pretty good park. I'd give it, I don't know. It does have laundry, does have a dump station, does have water and power. It's...
we keep coming back for the location, but we also really love the wilderness here. The canopy is great. I don't know if they call it the canopy. They call it something else, I think, on their note. I love the trails, how they have little signs that tell you all the different plants and birds.
Okay. She's gushing over it now.
I do like it.
What would you rate it out of 5?
I guess maybe right now 4 out of 5, just because it's a little tired, a little bit.
I'm gonna go 3 out of 5 on this one.
You are?
Yeah.
Why?
Although it's under $40 a night, I just feel like it's worn down. They're not putting a lot of money back into it. I hope
they are
do
putting
in the
some
future.
money. Like they have new TVs instead of just their bulletin board. They have a couple of TVs, digital screens instead, and they're also putting up some fences in the campgrounds for some reason. I don't know why they would do that if they haven't worked on the trail. But
obviously not park supervisors. We haven't worked in a state park, but it seems odd the choices they're making. That's all I'll say.
Because the trails would seem like that would be a priority. The campgrounds and trails would be a priority.
And this is a big day use park. We see a lot of people coming in for the day. So those trails, the suspension bridge, the big open area where the picnic tables are and the playground, people are using those every single day that we've been here. Granted, it is a weekend, but still very popular with people in the surrounding area.
This area right here?
I'd say 3 out of 5 for the camping experience and the park itself. I feel like there's not a lot to keep a family busy or to keep us busy for a whole week here.
Camping in of itself is busy.
Okay. So 3 out of 5 for me, but worth a stop, worth a hike through if you're in the area. I don't know if I'd bike here, but hiking for sure. It's pretty cool.
The bikes were very helpful in helping us get around all the different loops and around the main loop to get to the different parking lots and the different day use areas. We love that. And right behind us, there is a pavilion that's actually screened in and has been closed the last few years. I hope they work on that soon, because this would be a really great place to have a family reunion or to camp with a bunch of family and friends and to be able to have, dinner together. That's a pretty cool thing, along with the little area over here to have displays.
The amphitheater?
Amphitheater, thank you.
I don't know if it's ever been used. So Christina gives it a 4 out of 5. Take it with a grain of salt, because she's always positive. 3 out of 5.
And he's always negative, so it's somewhere in between.
I'm being optimistic at 3 out of 5. But definitely, if you're in the area, stop by with your family. It's a great place to take a short walk or a hike in the woods.
Yep, it's not a Florida beach. It's a, basically wildlife sanctuary type campground in the middle of the state.
Yep, that's our review. Thanks.